How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of UCSB TV, the okayest show ever made through Zoom. We want to start highlighting cool orgs on campus and in the community that have found ways to keep rolling during the pandemic. And this week, Maddie sat down with Julian, who's the co-president of Isla Vista Trading Post. They've shifted their focus from in-person events to selling clothing through Instagram to raise funds for local charities. Julian said it best, so let's hand it right off to him and Maddie with the story.
Well, hi, Julian. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about IB Trading Post, what inspired the start of the organization, and maybe a little bit about your mission.
IB Trading Post started in 2018, and it was founded by Sophia Willis and Julia Feldman. And I think at the time they just saw this void at the intersection of fashion and sustainability and just this awesome, strong IB community that we have. So they kind of just moved into that space and started hosting these pop-up events where you could come and get free clothing. So I would say our mission statement is to encourage environmental consciousness with our shopping habits, and then also providing the students at UCSB and the greater community of Isla Vista with a platform to participate in that.
How has this mission changed or been carried out with the pandemic? Have you had to shift anything or do activities differently?
Yeah, so the pandemic was kind of initially a little devastating to the club, just because we were really centered around offering us as a service to collect donations throughout IB and then also have those events where the community can come together. So we decided to move to an online format. We have an Instagram account called IBTP Closet, and what we do is we post clothes on that Instagram, and everything is priced pretty low, usually below $5 or something, but we pick different local orgs and nonprofits, and each month we'll kind of spotlight one of them, and then all the proceeds we donate to them every month. And it just works out really great because it's kind of a win-win situation for everyone. You get to give back to the community, support these orgs, at the same time get cool thrifted clothing. So yeah.
What have been some of your favorite orgs that you've partnered with?
Definitely right now, Cause is really awesome. Cause is a local org that's dedicated to socioeconomic and environmental justice for immigrant and working class families in the Central Coast. And they've just been able to do a ton of really cool things for youth programs and education, and just helping workers and stuff, protecting vulnerable communities. So it's really awesome that we get to pair with them this month. We're actually holding them for about a month and a half, just because coming back from winter break, we started a little late, so we'll be with them through February. Yeah.
So with all these shifts and changes you've had to make to adapt to the pandemic, can you see any of them continuing in the future as we transition out of the pandemic?
Yeah, so I feel the shift online put a lot of power in our outreach committee. So that's kind of our social media. They've been doing some really awesome stuff, putting out these DIY videos on how to upcycle your clothing and infographics, among other things, to spread more educational awareness. That's all we can really do is some online stuff, which is really cool because we can still reach a larger online community rather than just here in IB, which usually happens at our events. So yeah, I feel hopefully next year they'll continue, if we're back in person and having events, they'll continue to do that online outreach and educational awareness.
I love that. Well, that kind of ends my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add that we haven't touched on yet?
Yeah, I would just like to say, if you'd like to learn more about the environmental impacts of the fashion community, or fashion industry, and a little bit more about what we used to do pre-COVID, you can check out our website. It's ibtradingpost.com, and there's a ton of educational information there, and you could also sign up for our newsletter. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Our Instagram's IB Trading Post, and we definitely keep up with both, but we're most active on our Instagram. You can reach out to us there if you need, and find IBTP Closet and hopefully get some cool finds.
Thanks for sitting down with us and talking to us about IBTP, Julian. We really appreciate it. And make sure to check out IBTP on Instagram so you can keep up with what's going on. that's all we have for this week's episode. We'll see you guys next week, and have a good one.